Good morning, Ross family. This is Sean with Port Harbor Marine, and I am going to do a walkthrough of your new boat so you guys know how to run it and know what's going on. So first things first, before you launch the boat, if you have it on the trailer, there are hold down straps on both the port and starboard side that need to be removed. That's what holds it to the trailer. The most important thing is putting this plug in place before the boat goes into the water. Okay, and that plug is found in your owner's bag along with all your paperwork and everything else. It's just a brass threaded plug that goes in there, and it only needs to be snugged. It doesn't need to be extremely tight, but tighten it in, snug it down, and you're good to go. Okay, from here, let me climb up the ladder and go through the boat. All right, it's going to be a little awkward because I'm holding the phone while I'm doing this. It's a little early and I don't have any help here right now. Okay, just climbed up the ladder. I am on the SeaDek swim platform. Okay, this is your tow bar. And here is your back sun deck. This has a nice walk-through, so you don't have to climb over the furniture. This cushion flips up. Now I could walk onto the boat without climbing over the sun deck cushion. Okay, beautiful boat, nice. The VR series is definitely one of my favorite, one of the most comfortable. Beautiful dash. Okay, so while I'm here, let me close this down. You have more storage right here at the walkthrough where I just went through. Okay, you could fill that with ice. It does have a drain. Now this has a very cool feature. I can pop this little piece of plastic out and rest this into an angled position and put my cushion back on there to create a chaise lounge area. Very cool feature. I'm just going to close this up. And that just flattens it out to give a nice sun pad. To get to the storage area underneath your sun pad, this can be a little tricky if you don't know. So this cushion right here needs to be pulled forward. There are snaps that usually hold it into place right here and on the other side. Lift up, pull it forward to expose the handle. Turn that. I got a handle here. Lift up. Huge storage area. Inside the storage area, you also have your battery switch. Located to the left, it is this red key here. That is the off position. When it's in the off position, there's not much that holds this key in. So you can see it has a little hole through it here. I would recommend tying something, tying it off to these here, to these wires, just so you don't lose it, so it doesn't fall out if you have the battery switch in the off position. Insert, turn to the right, and it turns on. When it's in the on position, it's locked in there. Very good. Okay, so that's a recommendation of mine to you, is to tie this off so you don't lose it. That is your battery on-off switch. Okay, tons of storage in here. And over to the right, we have dedicated table storage area. So in here is your table and the pedestal, which is located underneath your stern light. This is storage for your stern light right here, and right underneath that is the pedestal for the table. I don't know how good the lighting is right now, if you could see it, but it's right down here. Okay, so designated storage area for your table. Close this up. Make sure that cushion is pulled forward before you close the hatch. Put the cushion back into place. Underneath this other cushion is more storage area, and your passenger seat, your companion's chair. This is one of my favorite features about this boat. So you can see that it is on this big stainless steel hinge where I can lift up and advance it forward slightly, and it locks into place facing the stern of the boat. Also a really nice chaise lounge setup, also great for spotting tubers and that sort of a thing. Then if I lift up and continue to advance it forward, it makes an awesome lounging bench area. Probably one of my favorite features about the VR5. And then to place it back up again, the handle, and locks back into place for your companion chair, passenger seat. Okay, starting procedures of your boat. Once your boat is launched in the water and your engine is still in the up position, make sure that you lower your motor into the water by your trim switch right here at the handle of your throttle control. Okay, so you're going to lower it down by pressing down, and it will lower the engine down into the water. And the reason for that, the water pickups for the water pump are located down near the propeller, and they need to be drawing in water all the time. Do not fire your engine up dry. Okay, so in the water, lower the position of the motor down into the water. Make sure that you are in the run position here. Okay, and there will be a red safety lanyard that gets connected to that, just like in this little picture here. Okay, in the run position, the little hook dealio gets hooked on to this, so that if he or she gets thrown overboard, this tether will pull this off, put it into the off position, and then the motor will shut off. It's a safety precaution in case anybody should get thrown overboard. Okay, so this needs to be in the run position. You need to be in neutral. It will not start if you're advanced at all into gear, forward or reverse. You will not have a starting motor. So, neutral position, motor down in the water, so the water pickups can draw the water, and this in the run position. At that time, you're ready to turn the key. Your ignition is located right here. It is a fuel-injected 4-stroke engine, so you will start it just like you do your vehicle. There's no need to pump fuel. There's no need to advance the throttle. There's no need to do any of that. It's electronic fuel injected, so you turn the key and the motor will start. Now you are running. Shifting into gear, you have this little lockout switch right here. So you're going to pull that in and advance that forward slightly. You'll hear the engine engage into gear, and then the further that you advance your throttle, of course, the faster the engine will run, and the faster the boat will go. When you're shifting from forward to reverse, make sure to come back to neutral. Let the engine RPM settle down a little bit before you go ahead and pull it back into reverse. That just prevents any kind of possible damage to the gear shifting mechanism, the whole 9 yards. So just like you would a car, you wouldn't shift a car from drive to reverse without coming to neutral first. Okay, on your dash you have an accessory switch, step light, anchor light, navigation lights, and your horn. Pretty basic right here. Obviously your anchor light needs to be inserted. If you're out at night, that is right here by the walkthrough where I entered the boat. this is where the anchor light pole gets inserted to, and it only goes in one way. You can see a little cutout right here on the back side. There's a screw on that post for the anchor light, and that's how that slides in. Okay. You do have tilt steering. To use that, this little handle here, you push it forward. I see a lot of folks try to pull on it, but you push it forward, and that's how you can adjust your tilt steering wheel. Up on your dash, you have a Bluetooth stereo system. You have your voltmeter, fuel gauge, and speedometer. You have a digital depth gauge, a trim gauge right here to tell you the trim of your engine, if it's all tilted up or if it's all the way down. And then you have your tachometer. Pretty basic, pretty simple. Probably very familiar with this stuff from the old boat. Over here, I kind of hide this a little bit. This is a USB auxiliary port. I don't know if you can see it, I can't tell with this lighting. But just a little cap. It's got a little USB, plug in your phone, charge it. Auxiliary, in case you want to plug in directly for the stereo instead of Bluetooth. And that's all right here. On the left side, we have bilge pump to manually run the bilge, and another accessory. These accessories are usually open accessories. However, with your boat, it's not prepped right now, so I can't tell if one of them is wired to your underwater lighting. But we'll confirm that once we prep the boat. This little houdigi up here on your dash, do not open that up. This is a hand-tight little threaded fitting. This is for the hydraulic steering fluid. Never open that up, okay? You may be tempted to because it's right there and looks pretty cool, and you might want to twist it open and mess with it. Do not. That's where the hydraulic fluid for your steering gets fed through the entire helm and plumbing for the hydraulic. Okay, speakers, and you got a little glove compartment here, paperwork or whatever you need to put in there. Cup holders everywhere on this boat. Moving forward, you have this wind dam, which is in place right now, and bow filler cushions, which are awesome. Okay, so this is what your bow would look like with all the cushions and everything in place. You can remove this wind dam. You can see at the top of it there's a handle. Let's see if I can hold my phone differently. Grab here, and this slides right out. Okay, place it over here for now. Give easy access to right up into the bow. And your bow filler cushion, this is just held in place by the design of the bow. You can see that it has this little edge, and this starboard material sits right onto this shelf to fill the bow with your bow cushions. Put this out of the way over here. And here's your very spacious bow area. Very wide storage underneath all of these cushions, bow speakers, navigation light, plenty of cup holders, plenty of room. And this is where I would ask if you guys have any questions. And if you do, please just call, email, text, whatever we need to do to make sure you guys are happy with your new boat. It is gorgeous. I'm sure you're gonna love it. More storage under here. Again, I don't know how good the lighting is, but huge storage area. Snap-in seagrass flooring. Real easy to keep your boat clean. Inboard ski locker. It's on a power assist hinge. No shortage of storage in this boat. All right, guys. I hope that you love it. I hope you really enjoy it and have a great summer, and just contact me with any other questions.